Everybody, welcome, and I want to talk to you today about our Mary Kay opportunity. Sometimes people don't realize what a fantastic choice this is to make. Maybe the first thought is, I am not somebody that wants to sell products. I am not somebody that wants to reach out to strangers. I am not somebody that this would be good for. Okay, I get that. So let me just give you a little bit of my thoughts. First of all, I think having a desire to help people is the bottom line in Mary Kay. And how are we going to help people? Helping people is, it's multifaceted. We can help people by, talking to them, asking them questions about themselves, sharing information. Sometimes people have situations that are difficult, and so sharing information that we've learned how to do certain things or how to handle certain problems, how to live life more beautifully, how to enjoy life. Maybe it's about our faith. Sometimes that comes into conversation. So basically, by being in Mary Kay, we are becoming the best version of ourselves, and that's exactly what we're going to pass along to other people as we interact with them. And why and how are we becoming the best versions of ourselves? Well, number one, it's skincare products, right? And as we take care of our skin, that is a simple little thing. However, it has a very big impact. And the message that we're sending ourselves anytime we're cleansing our face, putting on moisturizer, putting on maybe a little bit of lip gloss, a little bit of color, we're sending a message to ourselves. And the message is, I care. I care about, my skin, that it feels comfortable. I care to look my best. I care about presenting my best self forward. And sure, without color cosmetics, without makeup, we're fine, we're fine. However, I think as women, and as a human being, we have the opportunity to enhance our own natural beauty if we choose to. And I think that is one of the great things about being human, like let's look at, I remember doing makeovers a lot when I lived in Savannah, Georgia. And I've done lots of makeovers other times too, but that was a time for me when people would come over, and as soon as they would use our cleanser, even if they came with a clean face, sometimes they'll go, well, I already washed my face before I came. And so I go, well, that's great. I'm glad. I just want to have you try our cleanser and see what you think about it. So they would try our cleanser, and after they rinsed, worked it around, rinsed their face, patted dry, I would have them look at their skin just then. And to me, their skin looked more vibrant, more fresh, a little bit, radiant. And I think that's important when we look at ourselves. We want to see that freshness. And so then they would put on a little bit of, skincare, some moisturizer, maybe a little bit of eye cream, and then do a little bit of maybe color, maybe a very light foundation and just a little bit of eye color and cheek color, maybe a little bit of lips and mascara. And I can tell you this for sure, that when our conversation continued, I enjoyed looking at them more, and I wanted to connect with them eye to eye, because it's just like in nature when we see a beautiful bird fly by, or we see some flowers growing that are just, the colors or something that just draws us. We want to look closer, don't we? And it's the same way with people. And it's like to be able to want to really look at somebody when we're talking to them or we're having a conversation, that's a plus, isn't it? Because it engages us more. It engages us more. And as human beings, that's a great thing, because that's what we're all here for, is to help each other in multiple different ways. And sometimes it's just having that presence, for somebody to be able to share a little bit about themselves. I can remember somebody coming over one time for a makeover. I had never met her, face to face for very long, maybe just met, in passing at the grocery store, something, offered her my card, let her know that, I did skincare consultations and color cosmetic, makeovers, refreshings, pampering times, and invited her that sometime we would connect. And then when we did, we had that little bit more time. And as she was sitting there, I began to ask her, just a couple of questions about herself and her family. And she told me a little bit. And then all of a sudden she mentioned her mom, and that her mom, that there was a situation and it's kind of difficult for her. And she started crying, and, just a little bit of tears, not sobbing or anything. And, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know, wasn't planning on crying, but, she felt so good about, that." And I was able to say, "Hey, that's okay. That is a situation, that sometimes touches our heart, or it brings tears to our eyes, some things, and having emotion, to let ourselves be open and honest about how we feel, and to let those tears fall, just even if they're just a couple of drops. That's a good thing. We're human beings, and part of being a human being is emotions." So those are just a couple of little examples that gives us that little bit bigger picture, that in Mary Kay Cosmetics, we're interacting with people, and we're using a product that most people use in some form or other of at least washing their face. Maybe it's not as much as I might recommend, but at least, people are doing that. And sometimes color cosmetics might not be a part of people's lives, and sometimes that's simply because they don't know how, or they think it's going to make them look different than they really look, and they don't want that. So in Mary Kay Cosmetics, we learn simply by hands-on doing, and we can learn that ourselves. Our company has videos, our company has people that will help us. They have little color cards that have eyeshadows, 3 eyeshadows, and it shows the eye, and it shows 1, 2, 3, so it numbers different parts of the eye, the lid, under the brow, and the crease area, and then the eyeshadows are numbered. So it's really very simple. And then there's a lip color on there that matches, the cheek color, and they all blend together, all the different colors. So. And they go by eye color, so it's really simple. If somebody has blue eyes, here's the card that is going to work for colors that are going to work for someone that has blue eyes, someone that has brown eyes, someone that has hazel eyes, so green eyes. It's very, very simple in Mary Kay, but yet the rewards, oh my goodness. Yes, of course, there's monetary rewards. When we work, our company pays us, commissions on adding people to our team, and it's not a pyramid. This is a dual marketing company. We all buy our products directly from the company. I cannot stockpile my pantry with Mary Kay products and receive a higher commission from my team members or anything. We all buy our products. We have the opportunity to earn 50% on everything that we purchase from the company. So for an example, I might buy something from the company that retails for $10, but I, as a consultant, pay $5 for it. And then I retail it to my customer if I choose to at 50% more than I paid for it. So if I paid $5, that would be $10. If I paid $10, that would be, of course, $20. So it's really a simple process. And then the company pays us a commission. If we do have, we have the choice to add team members. We're certainly not required to. We all have that 50% commission off of retail, regardless of whether we build a team at all. It's a total different way of earning. It's just another level, another opportunity to earn income, and they pay us. The commission comes directly from the Mary Kay corporate, and even with one team member, we can earn 4, 6, or 8%, even with one team member, from whatever that person would order in a month period from Mary Kay corporate. Then the Mary Kay corporate pays us either that 4, 6, or 8%, and it continues to go up. When we have 5 people, we can earn 9 or even 13%, and so we're not even in management or directors, so to speak, but we're just in the process of building, and the company is always supporting that, because they pay us very, very well, because Mary Kay corporate, they do a lot of the things that a company needs to sustain itself. However, as far as bringing on people and selling the products, that's what we do as consultants. And the company rewards us greatly for that. There's so many companies, and I'm sure many of us have worked for those companies. And a lot of those companies, the people at the top are the ones that receive the perks, the rewards, the monetary rewards, the financial gain from doing the work. I refer to the people doing the work as the worker bees, and then the people at the top. But that's not Mary Kay Cosmetics at all. Mary Kay Cosmetics, they take care of us greatly, and they are always, always, always complimenting us and always encouraging us, and they talk to us, and they want to know what works, what doesn't work. Of course, they have people that are professionals and experts in the field of cosmetics and color cosmetics, and they do their work, but they're also always referring to us, because they know we are the ones that are directly with the consumers. And so that matters greatly. And I am so impressed, by Mary Kay Cosmetics all the time. Now, I started a long time ago. I started in 1982 in Mary Kay Cosmetics. And some of those years, I was more of a skeptical, let me see what's wrong with this company. And that was just, my attitude at the time, and the values that I had picked up along the, I was in my 30s then, early 30s, mid 30s. And, I wasn't a trustworthy person about a lot of different things, especially companies, because of things that I'd heard growing up, not about our company per se, but just companies in general. And that sales didn't have a good reputation. But let's talk about sales for a moment. Sales essentially is just expressing an idea, expressing some information, and giving that to another person, and then they decide what they're going to do. As an example, let's look at our own families. When our parents, when we were growing up, and they said, make your bed, I want you to make your bed, and maybe you were going to have an allowance, maybe you were going to have a reward for doing that, or maybe you're going to get in trouble if you didn't do it, or pick up your clothes or take out the garbage. Though that the parent was always selling us, just like we do with our own family members. If we ask our spouse to take us out to dinner, or ask a friend, do you want to join me for coffee? We're proposing an idea. We're giving them some information about something that we want them to accept, and they may or they may not, but it's always that other person's choice. And it's the same way that I look at my Mary Kay Cosmetics business, and many people do too. I'm presenting information right now, and I'm hoping that people will be interested in what I'm saying, and maybe ask questions if they do have them, if they're curious, if they want to know more. Maybe they'll take a look at the company. Maybe they'll say, this might be something for me, maybe I'll investigate it further. And then when it comes to products, we give people the opportunity to actually try them on their face, or they can have samples, or if they just want to try it on their hand. Before they buy it, we give them that opportunity. And then we might ask them some questions, give them some price points, and it's totally up to them. We're not standing there twisting arms. I always say that I want people to want to see me again. And that is so true, and so I have customers that I've had for a very long time, and sure, everybody that buys has bought from me over the years. Some people are still with me for a very long time, and some people are not, and that's okay. It's just like when we go to purchase something, we might purchase it one time, we may continue to purchase that same product, or we may try something else, and so that's just human nature. And that's always our option too. And aren't we glad that we have choices and that we have options? But in regard to being a part of Mary Kay, I hope that this is just a tiny bit of information. And in Mary Kay Cosmetics, we get to find out, what do we like? What do we like to do? And that's what's so great. There's not an ABC list of you have to do this, that, and the other. If you look at the big scope of Mary Kay Cosmetics and the people that are successful, I consider myself successful. Maybe on certain levels, I'm not going to measure up to somebody else, and that's okay, because we're all individuals and we all have our own time frames and we all have our own choices and what's important to us. And Mary Kay truly does believe that we put our faith first, we put our family second, and then we put our Mary Kay career third. And that started with Mary Kay Ash, and it has continued through the years. We're almost 60 years old now. And when we were around 50 years old, we got an award for being trendy, being up to date, knowing what's going on in the skincare cosmetic world, and that continues. We know what we're doing, and we do it so well, and we do it with excellent ingredients, safety, and a company that, oh my gosh, does so much good in the world too. So touch base with me. I would love to hear from you. I would love to answer questions, to have a conversation with you. I'm never an arm twister or talk people into things. I just want to give a bigger picture. So thank you, and I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day.